Well, I've been requested to explain how I play a song that I made up in my feeble brain, and I guess I'll just call it Jim's Bounce. So, Jim's Bounce goes something like this. Well, I'd like to tell you what I do with the left hand, but I don't really know. I'm going to show you a couple of things. One way to play the bass, the left hand, on a song is to hit an octave. This song's in F. What are the notes of an F chord? F, A, C. And what I'm doing in the left hand involves those notes when I'm playing the F chord. F chord, C chord, F chord, C chord. Now if the song's pretty fast, that would be pretty hard to do. So I guess this is the way I cheat most of the time. F chord, C chord, F chord, C chord. Now the song goes to B flat. You're doing the same thing in the B flat chord, which is B flat, D, and F. And then the C chord, and C, E, G. C, G, chord, C, chord, G, chord, and then back to F.
Can I interject something here?
Yes.
Because you always walk back and forth on the 1 and the 5 of the chord.
Yes.
That's the bass. That's like what the bass player normally does.
Yeah. And of course, what the 5 is, if you play the scale in F, F, G, A, B flat, C. C is the 5th note of the chord. So yes, I'm going between the 1 and the 5. That's the left hand for this song. So if you know what chord you are, you can do one of those 3 things. And that's basically what I'm doing. Sometimes I hit a lower F than here. Sometimes but you can do that any way you want. Just you're using those 3 notes of the F chord. So here's the right hand, and I'm just going to play it as I play it in sound, then I'm going to slow it down. So how do I do that? I start on A flat. This song has a lot of 6th chords, and we said that C was the 5th note in the chord. D is the 6th chord. So a lot of that. And then I'm doing the same thing, same chord, F6. I'm just moving up. to where, so now it's C, D, F, A. We're here just walking into it with an A flat, and then A, D, C, F. A, C, D, F. So that's the first part. Now we're going to B flat, and we're going to do a B flat 7 chord. B flat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a 7th chord. So there'll be an A flat in a B 7th chord. And so I've got D, F, A flat. So let's play it up to there. So we're starting now in B flat. So again, we're just working off this B 7th chord, and we're playing D, F, and A flat. Now we're going back to F. So we're just kind of toggling around in the F chord. And when you're doing this 6th chord again, and you're hitting a C and D together, which you think would be kind of discordant, but it really gives kind of the jazzy feel that the song has. If you just it doesn't feel the same. And then one more time. And now I'm just walking down to a 7th chord. Which kind of leads you back into the F. This is walking down to a C 7th chord. Now we're back and we're kind of doing the same thing we did at the beginning. You're right. Now we're going from an F to a C chord. Okay, now so. Go to the C chord. Now we're hitting an F7. When you do a seventh chord, that moves you into the B flat. An F7 moves you into the B flat, where we go into the bridge of the song. So you go into the B flat.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When you went from the F to the F7, did you do something with your left hand? Did you move to an F7?
Yes, I probably did. So now I added. You can emphasize the chord changes by doing the same thing with the left hand that you do with the right hand. And
Can you do that again? That transition from the.
so you see, I've just got all of these F chord notes with an E flat, which makes it an F7. So that's what I end up with at the end of the verse.
Okay.
Now I'm moving into the B flat with the right hand before the chord actually changes. You've still got a couple of beats of the F chord before it changes, and that adds something. It kind of adds I don't know, an energy to the song, I think. So the
You had one beat of F with your left hand, I noticed, and you were already on the B flat.
Yeah.
That's great.
So I'm still in the F chord when I did that, and then so I come into the B flat. So kind of got a couple of lead notes that are still the last beat of the F chord, if that makes any sense. I'm not sure it does to me. And then I do that A flat F D 4 times, I think I do it. So, yeah, 4 times. So. notes in here as I go back to the F chord. Something like that. I never put the same thing in twice. Okay. I don't know. Do we need to do this again some way or come in it? Now we're back to the B chord, B flat chord. So I'm syncopating there, and don't ask me to write down what I'm doing, but I can do it slow so you get the feel. But I'm just hitting those same three notes I've been working on: D, F, and A flat. And then I walk down with a diminished chord to C7. So F6, D, C, D, F, A. And then a diminished chord. We can talk about those later if you want. How do you make one of those? So, to get the diminished chord, you move the thumb down one note and the little finger down to one note, to the A flat and the B. So you got a B, D, F, A flat, B, D, F, A flat. And then down to a C7, which is B flat, C, E, D, B flat, C, E, G. So, which makes a really nice sound. And I'm doing the same thing on the left hand, going to that diminished chord. I don't know how I did that, but yeah. Yeah. So on the left hand, I'm doing F, A, C. Then I'm making that same diminished chord I'm making up here. F, A flat, B, D. And then the same C7, G, B flat, C, E. Then the rest of it is just what we've already done. And that part is the same as the end part of the verse. Exactly the same. So I'm going to see if I can go through the whole thing slow for you, Lucas, and we'll see if I mess it up.